actually working on our Mercedes, our nightmare Mercedes car, and I'm going to let you know that before we go any further, I'm going to let you know this is a very, very big, extreme job. We're going to go look at the car in a minute. Let me get this mixed up right here. I'm mixing up some Dynaglass, and the Dynaglass is for one of the body panels, but it's getting kind of complicated and kind of confusing. Let me mix this up, and then I'll meet you over there at the car, and we'll go ahead and discuss the situation. What you're looking at down here is the hood to this 76 Mercedes 114. And what you see me doing right here shouldn't be being done. Okay? But the problem that we have is I'm in Utah. Okay? I am right now, and that ain't gonna work. We can't do that. That's just not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Let me take all this off. I gotta get this off of here. I can't do that, I'm sorry. I can't do that right there. We're gonna have to try to fix this. This is just a real clusterfuck is what we're talking about here. I just, you know, it's a fucking joke, okay? Let me get this off of here, and we're going to go over the deal, because this is not good. This is like just totally screwed is what this is, okay? This is totally screwed, and it's just a fucking nightmare. Fucked up. Alright, before we go any further, let's look this over. We all know that I've done the bodywork to this car. This bodywork is done. You can see the extreme bodywork. Besides the extreme rust repair and metal fabrications, this car has been extreme everything. But the real situation is, and I kind of knew this, because our sandblaster that did the job screwed it up, and the hood was already rough anyway. It was already a very rough hood. I believe that it got caught in a hail damage situation at one time. But this hood is really screwed. Now, I got this side here pretty good. This side here is repaired. the whole back end of this was completely warped, and I had to pull that out, so I got that pulled out pretty good. I still got to do some work here, but this is the section that is really bothering me. You can kind of see what's going on, and that's because this part of the hood is concaved in. Now, I was going to take Dynaglass and fill that in, but I started thinking to myself, that's not really the right way to do this. I'm going to go ahead and tell you how many hours I got in this hood. I got close to 14 hours hammer and dolling, pulling and filing and everything else on this hood. And if we take a gander right there, there's the tools I've been using for 14 hours. I even went to the extreme of using this Martin slap hammer, which I very, very rarely ever get out. This is the one I normally use, but that hood is so extreme. We got a file, okay? We got a metal file. I got my shrinking hammer here. Of course, I got my roll-a-lot grinder. I got a straight edge. I got a hand dolly. All right. And of course, I got this. Now, what this bar is for is when I'm using my dent puller, which is right there, to get leverage, I'll lay it on the fender here. And then when I'm pulling, like you can see where I had to pull this out right here, I'll be able to get leverage, okay, instead of coming way back here or pushing on the hood, I'm getting leverage. So that's kind of a leverage bar that I'm using. So I'm going to have to do something with this. I'm hoping and praying that I don't have to use the propane torch or the cutting torch. I'm hoping and praying. And then we also have another problem, and that problem is going to cost me a pretty penny, because what that problem is my dent puller. I believe that I'm going to have to buy a new battery for it. Now, I don't know if anybody knows how much batteries are going for these days. But I can tell you this, they are not cheap. Okay, they're not cheap. To replace the battery in that thing down there is going to be over $200. I just bought a battery for my Ram truck. I just bought a fucking battery for it for a 2016 1500 4x4 5.7 liter. $225 fucking dollars for a battery. So anyway, what I got to do here is I got to get me a pulling situation, and I don't think that's going to work, but that ain't going to work. See, about right here maybe. And then what we got to do is we got to, this is just, I mean, it's just total shit. Okay, total shit is what we got going here. To get this kind of dent out, you got to go around the dent. It's a little better right there already. Let's see about right here, because I told you I had to, I told you that there was a section here that I still had to pull. So let me see if I pull some of this out. Okay. All right. Do you see what's going on here, guys? This is like just really, this is not a money maker job. This is the type of job that you take in because you love working on cars, not because you're trying to make money. Because this job here, I don't give a fuck how much he's paying me. I ain't making no money. All right, 14 hours now. Do you really think I'm going to charge him 14 hours at regular hourly rate to straighten this hood? Do you really think I should do that? Leave a comment below. Let me know. I want to know if you think I should charge him I mean, we're gonna be over 14 hours here. I'm thinking we're gonna have 20 hours in this hood just straightening it out. Should I charge him my regular hourly rate, all right, just as if I was doing rust repair? Should I do that? I want your opinion on that deal, all right? To repair the hood like I'm doing, using this dent puller is very, I don't know what I can say, contortional. It's a very contortional deal. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling the dent out and also stretching the metal at the same time by using this tool. So that's what we're trying to accomplish here. If my battery doesn't die out. Okay, that's getting better. Well, it's getting better. It's tighter, and this is pulled out more here. See, it's nice and tight there. This is where we're fucked up. So, but fixing the hood that should be thrown in the trash, but you can't throw it in the trash because you can't find one anywhere. And if you did find one, it's going to be millions and millions of dollars. So you got to fix what you got, because the car that we're restoring is very far in between, and this is probably the only guy in the world that's even restoring one of these right now. Yeah, you kind of get the idea situation. Let me get my straight edge. Where is it at? Is it in my back pocket? I think it. No, it's not. I just had it in my. We lost our straight edge. Where did our straight edge go? Here it is, right here. Okay. And you can see that this is pulling out really nice here. Okay. But let's go over here. Let's see what we got here. Can you see that light right there, guys? Okay. This is where I'm talking about right here, though. Look at that. Look at this. Here's a low spot right here. See how that's... Okay. So this is all... I mean, it's a fucking clusterfuck. It's a nightmare. I'm going to continue to work on the hood, but here's your restoration example, okay? This is what it takes to restore a vehicle. Just like this vehicle here, all right? Just like this one, and just like this one. The real deal you have is some cars might be easier than others, but it's still the manual labor and the years and years of experience that get the car restored properly. Now, we're not even talking basically about restoration. I'm talking even about collision repairs. I'm talking about mechanic repairs. I'm talking about anything and everything that has to do with being a professional and doing the job that you're getting paid to do. The real deal is, though, is when do you decide enough is enough? How much do I need to charge this guy to fix a hood on this car? I'm going to have close to 20 hours in straightening this hood out. Should he pay for it, or should the Sandblaster company that fucked it up pay for it? We all know that answer. We all know that the sandblasting company should pay for it. But you know what? They aren't going to pay for it. Because all they want you to do is put a good Google review on their Google page, and then once they get their money, It's not their fault. It's always your fault. You're the one that fucked it up, so you're the one that's gonna fix it and give the customer the fucking deal. We got the same situation going on with the trunk lid. Trunk lid's the same deal. The same exact deal. Sandblasted, ruined. I've been on this power trip of making sandblast fucking videos here lately. And the reason is because this car was sandblasted. The sandblasting company said they didn't fuck it up. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. That's why the customer had to buy a deck lid that cost $450. That's why the customer had to buy another hood, an OEM factory hood that cost $700, $800. Because the sandblasting company didn't fuck the hood up. The fenders on this car are atrocious. You can't see that, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go ahead and move my hand to what it's doing when I rub it. You ready? That's what that fender's doing. Because when they sandblasted this was supposed to be dustless blasting. It was supposed to be wet blasted with water and glass bead. They ended up dry blasting it. Now the owner can't buy any more factory fenders. We're gonna have to fix those. And what you see me doing over there, what you see me doing on that car over there is what I have to do to this guy's fenders. It could have all been eliminated if the guy that was using the sandblasting tool would have known how to set the proper pressure on the machine. These fucking yahoos that do this shit are normally beginners at it. They don't know their head from their ass. The guy that usually owns the machine doesn't even do it. He just owns it. He hires somebody to do it. If they've never done it before, he gives them a little quick lesson on how to do it, and then they're out in the field doing it. And I'm gonna say that because the company that did this car, that's how it was. The guy that actually started on this job and blasting it out in my backyard wasn't the same guy that actually finished the job, because the guy that started quit. He quit. So some new guy came over, and he's the one that fucked up the hood and the fucking trunk. This is where we're at on the Mercedes. This is it. Please continue to watch the build video on this. I just thought I'd throw this up there and give everybody a heads up of what's going on and where we're at. But we still got weeks of work left on this. Probably a couple months, okay? Once I get that squared up, then we move over to the trunk. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, DIY Auto School, showing you and telling you that what you see over here is real. This is no game, this is no joke, this is no clown act. This is the real deal. I got an email the other day. I'll go ahead and throw this in while we're at it. And the email said, you are a garden, what did he say I was? A garden tender thief, or a garden goodie thief, because I block people on my YouTube channel so I can keep the subscriptions. Now, obviously, this guy that left a comment on one of my YouTube channels probably left a derogatory, loudmouth, hateful, and probably disgusting comment. Now, there's two reasons why that comment is not on the feed line, I'm gonna tell you. YouTube rules and regulations suggest that you keep the comments clean. And believe it or not, YouTube scans every fucking comment that's made on every millions of videos that's uploaded on a daily basis. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what their operation is or their system or their scam, but if they come across a comment that is any of the above that I said, they will not post it on the video. So if you post a comment and you don't see it later down the line, or if you refresh your screen, that's because usually YouTube has removed it, not me. If I get a video, if I get on one of my videos and I see comments that are pertaining to sexual activity with my wife, or possibly derogatory and threatening comments toward my life, or derogatory and hateful comments toward me, myself, and I, Minnie the Body Shop Girl, my place of business, or my house, then yes, I will probably remove the comment because I can manually do that. And if you continue to leave stupid fucking comments on my videos, I will go to your YouTube account and I will block you. But here's the kicker, jerk off. If I block you, that means that your subscription will be ended on my channel. If YouTube blocks you from leaving comments on my channel, then that means your subscription will stay there. That YouTube has decided you're a derogatory, hateful, pile of shit scumbag, and you don't deserve to put comments on videos on my channel anymore. So you can tell me to leave Texas and never come back, and you deserve everything you get. You're a piece of shit. You can go ahead and say that. And the haters out there in the world can go ahead and send me stuff in the mail just like this and waste your fucking $20+ to do it because you think you're gonna piss me off or I'm gonna get scared, all right? Because if you really had big balls, you'd be here in person. So go ahead and keep sending this shit, and I'll go ahead and keep posting it on my videos so everybody in the world can see how you're the idiot, not me. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, working on cars and giving you updates and also trying to show you lessons in life and lessons in work ethics that most of the time don't fucking work, and it's up to you, me, myself, and I to fix it.